situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Straight right just misses. Good counter punch. This fighter's always on their toes, trying to get their opponent rattled, get them off kilter, get them out of their rhythm.
Outside fights create so much unpredictable movement, moves left to right, box forward, box backwards. You don't know if they're going to attack or defend. Nightmare fighters.
Beautiful counter punch. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
A swing and a miss with the right hook. Nice counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Punch, counter punch. A perfect counter lands. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. They exchange punches. Let's talk about Martinez in that last round. Switch on. Let's get it started in round 3. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
How about that time counter shot?
So, what is that? Your first shot?
Shot lands.
Yeah.
Not a lot of defense here at all.
Never been.
A perfect counter shot. And he scores with the counter. Both men step back for just a moment. You're a power puncher. You're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
Sometimes when you get nervous, someone that's so powerful, you've got to think thinking. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little fade with a pickpocket him.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Damn.
That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Martinez in that last round.
I need you to focus on what you're doing.
And there's the bell to start round 4. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Counters. Catch and shoot. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Good counter punching. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Incredible work rate. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Crazy. I'm about to get on it.
Stamina is off the charts. Sugar Ray Leonard days.
Yeah.
They've avoided catastrophe there.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because
they
got shot
whooping.
once, they know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Martinez. Back into the fray here in round 5. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire.
Gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. Sergio Martinez is dazed. I thought we were going to see the finish there.
Fuck he did away.
Skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone out. There's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed back on it. That could never happen.
Yeah, got a 10-pack.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. That counter punch caught him clean. You've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
That power might be the do or die.
Pieces are about to fall.
The equalizer.
This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
They've got to use their jab better in this fight. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. They miss with the jab. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left.
Hell yeah.
Martinez in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot come back together. Let's start the 6th. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
I'm gonna do.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back.
Get it,
Put the pressure on.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. A straight right just misses. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. That jab doesn't score. Nice counter shot. Those counter punches have to hurt. Nope, that jab not going to score. He threw a punch and just got countered. Well done. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Martinez in that last round. And there's the bell for round 7. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Nice counter punch. Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
How would you deal with an aggressive fighter?
As we watch it again one more time, appreciate the perfection of that knockout shot.
1, 2, 3, 4.
What you said?
It's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Hard, he's up. I'll be surprised.
You said 12?
I can't believe it. They are giving up.
Who asked you that?
And that will do it.
What? What are you saying? How you got that? Not your back. Nigga in the parking lot right now. Damn. Victim. Victim. Found a victim. Got a 308 for you. Oh man, live.
It's time for the talking to stop and the fighting to start. This should be good. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Nice to be here with you.
And now it's time for our tale of the tape. And here is the legend himself. So here is... And up against him, it's the Towering Inferno. Can you imagine having to deal with this guy's frame?
About time, about time.
The Towering Inferno.
The reach, how on earth?
Long go
How
for
did he
do.
get through that jab?
I'm probably like 140.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of
145.
Fighting out of the red corner from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico. Here is Mexico's first ever undisputed world champion and renowned star of boxing. Here is a 4-division world champion and an undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, Saul Canelo Alvarez. Fighting out of the blue corner, representing the renowned boxing family from Coachella, California in the United States, here is a unified...
A lot of trash talk between... These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. Perfect counter shot. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're gonna get knocked out.
That's all you gonna do, bitch.
The counter punching. You'd like to see more jabs.
Can't wait till this nigga get tired, bro.
You can really feel feel the buzz in the air tonight. So much hype here in this arena.
This is not just hype. We are in for something special.
A minute. I like the hour.
What an atmosphere. What a build-up.
All right.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than that.
Punch, counter punch. How about that time counter shot? Swing and a miss with that jab. Nice counter punch.
What's she really doing the same shit?
Tried to score with a jab. And he scores with the counter. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Alvarez in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a reset. Here we go for round two. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
You're fighting a counterpuncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react them. I know it's hard to think that way, but counterpunchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
Oh, that punch. Beautiful counter shot. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Left uppercut doesn't... Oh, wait a minute! We've never seen Canelo in this sort of trouble. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
They exchange punches. Nice punch. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Alvarez in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Nice round, good round, I like that, I'm happy. Just stay focused and win round, right?
There's the bell to start round three. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Nice counter. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. There's a counter shot. Beautiful counter punch. A perfect counter lands. Those counter punches have to hurt. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Which fighter will say no mas? That counter shot lands. Well done with that counter shot. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Alvarez in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
In this round, you had everything in the bag. And good work. That's it. Now breathe, breathe. Just get your breath back.
There's the bell for round 4. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Good counter punch. The jab doesn't quite connect. Nice counter shot. Neither fighter willing to slow down. That counter punch caught him clean. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
So close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice counter shot. Incredible work rate. He threw a punch and just got countered. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. Can't find a home with that jab. Catch and shoot. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Hold it right there. Fundora just got rocked. Here's the bell to start round 5. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Nice counter punch. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. That jab doesn't score. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. No rest for the weary. Beautiful counter punch. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. He threw a punch and just got countered. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Good defense to block the hook. Despite what the judges' scorecards read. There are no losers in this one. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. This is the beginning of round 6. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
They exchange punches. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Good counter punch. That hook won't score. And just got countered. Well, I guess he's decided he's going to taunt his opponent now. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Beautiful counter punch. Has to be careful for that receipt. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. It's round 7. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
His stamina is off the charts. They both want a highlight reel knockout. And now they're trying to get into their opponent's head. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt.
Terrible round that is.
Round 8, and we're off again. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through?
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You could hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Apparently hitting his opponent in the face isn't enough. He wants to rub it in. Beautiful counter shot. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Well done with that counter shot. The jab doesn't quite connect. Well, Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive. Hold that thought! A big, heavy blow, and Saul is down! How about that impact? Let's see that again in slow motion.
Where did that come from?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you're out!
Not many people would have...
You might just be the greatest boxing champion of all time. You see, man like me, I'm an undisputed champion of life. Ooh, the dogs with me, walks with me, box with me, go to war with me. That's war with my full city. War with me, that's war with the 6-1. Ooh, the dogs with me, walks with me, box with me, go to war with me. That's war with my full city. War with me, that's war with the 6-1. When your idols become your rivals, has a funny way of making you pick up the Bible. I've been hustling for the longest, the money's vital. Late night in the casino, I watched him win the title. I don't have to think too heavy, I can remember. City centers sell a cold in the December. The roads that I'm from will turn you to a contender. I'm a Jean-Claude Van Damme, there's no surrender. You didn't know
We've got high hopes for this contest with these two fighters. Should be a really good matchup. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend?
It's the Roy Jones Jr., one of the greatest of all time. Pensacola's finest, an undisputed champion.
This bout is scheduled for...
And this one has all of those big fight feet. We're expecting an all-action slugfest. Good one. There's a counter shot. Well done with that counter shot. And he misses with that jab. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. How about that time counter shot? Good counter punching. And he scores with the counter. So much hype surrounding this big matchup as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
This is not just hype. We are in for something special tonight. What an arena, what an atmosphere, what a build-up.
A real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
And that hook misses. Misses with that jab. We've never seen Bivol hurt quite like this. What's going to happen? thought that was the end, but here we go again. Back into the fire.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Bivol in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to... And there's the bell for round two. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
A counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Oh, Bivol now, stumbling and bumbling. Is he going to go down? Dimitri Bivol goes down. Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
I need to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this was an unexpected turn of events. What happens next?
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
Looks like he's leading halfway through this round.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or it's a bit of a mousetrap.
Well, we knew this was going to happen. Hold that thought! Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. Trying to buy time. It appears that the moment... So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Let's talk about Bivol in that last round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
You're being put down. You've got to...
And there's the bell for round 3. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
Holding nothing back here in the round. Nice counter. Just missed with that hook. Beautiful counter punch. The courage on display here is incredible. Pretty close fight here in this round. Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? Oh, what a shot. Dimitri Bivol in some serious trouble here. Dimitri Bivol just got knocked down. Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
That's lights out right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Listen to me. Are you okay?
The referee says we will fight on. Not sure about this one.
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels. Look at it. There's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. Then he's out of there.
Nice counter punch. 10 seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. Talk talk about Bevo in that last round. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
I love the response, though. Got back.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Good counter punch. The stamina is off the charts. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Oh, hold on a second, Johnny. Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. How did they not go down?
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What did they do? What did they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Those counter punches have to hurt. He threw a punch and just got countered. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. The straight right just misses. Oh my word, down goes RJJ. Wow, that seemed to be the punch he was looking for. Let's watch it again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See you continue.
Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8. And there's the bell for round 5. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a knockdown. 1 minute? You mean 1 hour to get over a shot like that? Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice job blocking the hook. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Well, Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too... Whoa, wait a minute! Roy Jones Jr., believe it or not, may want to take a knee here. Still standing.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice counter shot. Fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. He threw the hook, didn't land. That counter shot lands. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. On that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here. There's the bell to start round 6. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
requires sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Catch and shoot. Swing and a miss with that. Hold it right there. Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. And now they're right back into the fray.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Punch caught him clean. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. You'd like to see more jabs. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. That bell could... Here we go. It's round 7. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. A perfect counter lands. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out. You could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do.
A shot from the gods.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You okay?
Well, they're back up, Johnny, but now what do they do to get back into this fight?
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round ones. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
Halfway through the round, and they're struggling a little bit.
Is that the ever hope? Remember the fight with Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to put it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
The jab not finding its target. Better start respecting each other's punching power. Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. Let's talk about Roy Jones. And we enter the 8th round. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. You've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they went out of steam.
Can't score with that jab. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. They exchange punches. A very competitive round here so far.
skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Punch, counter punch. Beautiful counter shot. And now Dmitry Bivol is dazed. I don't care who you are. When you get caught with a body shot like that, you're going down.
I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come to me.
The judges have spoken.